I'm Harleen Singh.
I'm Ben Hoffman.
I'm Caroline Huttinger.
And I'm Ryan Mulligan.
And we are Double Powered. Have you ever been working on something really important and all of a sudden your computer dies on you? Not only has this happened to me, but this has happened to Don Carlquist. Don is the VP of Sales and Marketing at Pegasus Knowledge Solutions. He has a high income, a wife and 3 kids, and he loves spending time with his family. However, he is also very dedicated to his job. His job requires him to often travel to different states for meetings. His job is also highly technology-based, which means he always has his computer on him. One day, Don was flying to Texas to pitch to a big company, and he decided he would work on his PowerPoint on the plane ride there. He took out his computer when he got on the plane, and unfortunately realized it was already at 10%. He was going to plug it in, but unfortunately the stranger sitting next to him was already using the plug point that was in between their seats. He decided to work on his PowerPoint until his computer blacked out on him. Later on, he realized that he had lost the entire PowerPoint that he had been working on for days because his computer died before he could hit save. We want to help problems like this happening because of shortage of computer batteries for not only Don, but other traveling businessmen and women. And we think that we have the perfect solution. We have come up with the computer charging case. It combines a hard cell case and lithium-ion battery. All you do is attach the case onto your computer, and it works similar to a Mophie like we have here. You flip the switch, and it charges your phone. So our case would be very similar. It's lightweight, protective, and is a portable way to charge your computer. Right as of now, the only solutions to Don's problems are a portable charger pack. These are very popular. However, the problem with these is that you have to carry around a bulky battery pack, a cord, and your computer, which is not portable, and it's a hassle to carry around so many things. With ours, you would just carry your computer with the case already attached. Our next indirect competitor is carrying around an extra battery. But however, who wants to carry around this big brick with you? Our last direct competitor is this live case that was posted on Indiegogo 4 years ago. However, it never got funded. We tried to get in contact with the creators, but unfortunately they did not respond. We believe that they did not get funded because of their bulky design and they had no protective top piece.
Now these are for the numbers, the financials. Our price per unit is going to be $125. This is going to include the bottom part of the case, the top part, as well as the charger for the case. Our cost of goods sold is $50.25. This is going to include the hard cell plastic case, the battery, also the wires. This will leave us with a gross profit margin of 59.8%. Our total addressable market is around 40 million people. This is the amount of business people in the entire United States. Our servable addressable market is the amount of traveling business people in Chicago. We define traveling business people as people that take trips for business or for their jobs multiple times a week. Our market share is 1.32%. We aim to sell to around 500 people in our first year. And if we sell each of our products at $125 to those 500 people, we'll be able to make $60,500 in our first year.
Now on to the marketing. For the past month, we have tried a few free marketing tactics. The first thing we did was send out 47 emails to business people, just to see if they would actually be interested in our product. We told them a little bit about our product, and we got 38 responses of people saying that they would be interested in our product. We also posted a post on Facebook. We told people about our product, and we told them to like and share the post if they were interested. Within the first week, we got 48 likes. Now on to our MVP. The 3 things that we think are the riskiest in our company is the customer relationship, the unique value proposition, and the price. So in order to test the customer relationship, we are going to do an A/B test with 2 social media platforms. The way both of these work is they charge you per click. So to make it even, we're going to set 50 clicks for LinkedIn, and 50 clicks for Facebook. So for Facebook, it would be $3 per click, and for LinkedIn, it would be $4.50 per click. This would be a total of $375 for this portion. Now, in order to create these ads, we are going to make a post about a video of how our product works. So in order to do that, we will need a prototype. We are going to use this website called Shapeways. Shapeways is a website, a 3D printing website, and they'll 3D print something for you. So we had a classmate 3D design us a model, and so this would be an example of the top piece that got designed. So it would cost about $50 for the top piece, so as long the bottom piece would be similar, so it would be another $50, so it would be a total of $100 for the prototype.
Okay, so for our second and third piece, we're focusing mainly on the website. So our website will have 3 different products, which will test our unique value proposition. So our first case, we have the standard case, which will last 10 hours, the plus case, which will last 15 hours, and the extreme case, which will last 20 hours. We want to see how many people click on each case to see if people would really, or if people really care about the protective part of our case, or if they are focusing more on the battery part of our case. We are also testing the price doing this by seeing if enough people click on the $100 and the $125 and the $150 for each case. And we are hoping to see, like, if a ton of people go for the standard case, we'll know that it's obviously a little bit expensive for the extreme case. And if only people click on the extreme case, we'll know that we are focusing on the wrong thing. We also wanted to see if people would totally like our product. We're also having, or once they click on that webpage, we'll bring them to this page, which will tell them that we're sorry and that we're out of stock, and that they can leave their information below, and that we will get back to them. We're also trying a product called Celery, which will be integrated into our website, which will allow us to take pre-orders, but when people sign up, it'll be like they're actually ordering the product, but we will not charge them, and we'll just gather their information. So we kind of get a lot of information from that. We'll be able to know their phone number and their email and their names. So that gives us a lot of insight to who our customers are. We need $100 for a prototype, and we need $56 for the website upkeep, along with $12 for the domain name. We also will need $225 for the LinkedIn marketing and $150 for the Facebook marketing, which puts us at $450.
We are Double Power, here to double your power instantly with our computer charging case, and we hope that you can help turn our dream into a reality. Thank you for listening.
Yeah, so a really good presentation. I like the flow of it. I also like the at the end the choices and the A/B testing and buying 50 from each. And you've done a really good job in designing the MVP. A little bit about the product to make sure that you've thought through everything here. And I know you've only had the class for 3 months, so I'm not suggesting this whole product is fully developed yet. But just at the, can you buy a case that's compatible with multiple computers? So my Dell computer and my Apple computer and my HP computer and my IBM computer, they're all different sizes. And so are you suggesting that you're just going to have one model, like one case per model, and it's going to be towards Apple? Or is it going to be towards Dell, or how am I going to think about it?
We were planning on just starting with the Apple MacBook computer, just because that's the one we know most, and we know a lot of people who have that, but then we'd eventually open up and have multiple different cases for different.
Okay, so we're going to start with MacBook, and therefore your target market size is very different, because it's not all people that have a computer. it's all people that have a MacBook computer of a certain size.
Mhm.
So now you have some displays that are 9, some that are 15, so multiple deals there, right? Okay, and competitive analysis, I think you had like the 3 different competitors, but does Apple have a product for this, or they say, hey, what we're really concentrating on is making our battery last longer, and
Not like a case portable,
Yeah.
obviously with each model they try to better the battery life, but nothing that like doubles it like this would.
All these are the chargers and the portable battery packs.
Mhm.
I was trying to imagine what the product would look like, because what you showed looked like a flimsy sort of plastic paper with
Mhm.
cords coming out. And then what you showed on your phone was like a hard, small unit that attached on,
Mhm.
or it's a case. So I'm not quite exactly sure what it is that you're envisioning your prototype will look like. What kind of material and what would it size and?
Well, it would be a hard cell plastic case, so it's like the ones we have on our computers right now, but a little bit more sturdier, but with the battery also installed in it, it's gonna make it more sturdier, so then it's pretty much like floppy.
So you wouldn't see like the battery with all the wires that would just be installed into it.
Okay.
on the bottom or the top?
Yeah, it'd be on the bottom.
On the bottom, and how
On the
much
inside.
thickness
So
would
the
it have?
bottom,
Do
I
you-
think, how many?
It was like only an
An inch thicker on the bottom.
Oh, that's a lot.
Yeah.
That could be,
It could be.
that won't fit in some cases and
Cases.
stuff. Yeah.
So go back to your screen where you have the 3 choices. So to me, that looks like a really elegant case,
Super thin.
super thin, and you're implying to me that that can charge my computer twice as long and it doesn't
It
look
looks like the
bad.
case that Apple sells now for like.
Which is fine, but if you get a lot of yeses to this, you're gonna have to deliver on that product design, and I just don't know where that battery would fit in the deal.
Yeah, and right now, like, this is like only like this is just like a picture that we find off the internet. But like, once we have our prototype, we wanna like work and make it like actually the right size.
Yeah.
So-
And then when you take your prototype, it could look as professional as this looks. If you don't take the right photographs and make it look good, it could look really amateurish. And so you want it to be, because this checks it out, man, that's like validating whether somebody will pay for it. Because you really have some great product design there.
What's your timeline for producing the prototype?
So they said it would take about a week to ship the 3D printed prototype. So then we'd have to make the post, or make like a video to post, so then it.
So it's not a long lead time.
Is it gonna be a hollow prototype? Like there's not gonna be no
Yes,
batteries in
yeah, we
it?
were planning on having it not actually work, but just so people could see that it's slightly thicker than an actual case.
Weight's gonna be an issue too,
Weight.
that'll come along with the thickness of the packaging and so on.
So when
Can
you do
put
the,
some wires and a dead battery in it so that people can weigh it and get a sense, I mean, and actually like, rather than online advertising, I mean, I think you need to do a sort of a hands-on survey, market test of, like, actually, this is what it feels, you know, roughly size and weight, and would you buy this, would you leave it on your computer all the time, would you carry it with you and only put it on when you need it, is there a wire that hooks up to the battery, do you need your cord? You know, it's like those kind of things I would be interested in, or that you might want to know before you actually, you want to be able to deliver on what you're saying is what I'm going for.
so if the way to do that in an MVP is certainly 3D printing, right? And in the bottom one, you're gonna have some space where you're gonna put the battery. And maybe you don't go out and spend all the money in figuring out what the battery's gonna look like and the engineering, but you know the specs of the battery, like it's going to be 7 inches long, 3 inches wide, it's gonna weigh 1.2 pounds. You can just put weight in there that,
Clay or something.
and just like sand and just seal it up and encase it so nobody can even see it, but at least they can get a sense for, hey, here's what this would look like after we engineer it. And you'll get a lot of feedback back. I would imagine that Apple has said, yeah, this is a problem, people's batteries run out of our computers. And where they're putting their R&D dollars is making their battery last longer so that no one has to have a case. But that might be an unsolvable problem, it might take them forever, and they would never, they would just say, hey, from a branding point of view, we're not going to clunk up our beautiful piece of equipment. Steve Jobs would be rolling over in his grave if he saw us slapping this on his, so it's probably taboo for them to fix it with a case, and if you guys could.
Yeah, you know your three competitors that you showed was the external or the portable, the actual battery, and then the card live case that doesn't exist from the guys that never got funded. You should put yours in as the fourth to show, because I'd be curious, does it weigh more than a portable that people carry around now? That's about the size of a portable, you know? They're about an inch thick and they're heavy. So I think you need to actually look at your value proposition, your competitive advantage, is it really there or not before you go and say it is.
And we also looked at the, I mean, and I know you're not in the project engineering stage here, but have you also considered the heat that the laptops, like
Yeah.
the smaller they make these laptops, the more the heat becomes an issue, and they almost design them and not put anything on them? And if you've gotten any sort of insight into that?
We were thinking of adding like vents to the bottom of our actual design, so that would release the heat. I think that would, but other than that, we haven't really.
Have you talked to anyone in the engineering department or anybody about, just curious? That's a big issue. Real soon.
Is there a indirect competitor that would either be a backpack that has power into it or a briefcase that has power already built into it?
Backpack and a briefcase, you're gonna like slip your computer in.
Yeah.
But people were complaining about that like they couldn't actually use their computer while it was charging, you know, they had to have it in there to charge it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a
Yeah.
good point. And plus, it's hard, if your briefcase is in the overhead, you can't stand up because there's turbulence. Yeah.
Yeah, but when you're if you know your battery's low, like the example, you would just put it in your briefcase, plug it in, and carry it. By the time you got somewhere, it would be done. It would seem to me that I wouldn't rule that solution out as you guys think about getting feedback from the market. Maybe pivoting towards a briefcase or backpack solution might be interesting. Not sure how competitive it is, but it's an idea that I'd kick it around a little bit. Different solution, solving the same problem, and maybe easier to execute on. Maybe the market would like it better. Maybe it's more competitive, and you have to just do it with a little bit of a different flair. There's a lot of, this isn't a class about invention. Like you can steal an idea and just execute a little bit better. Or maybe a lot better. Like maybe your backpack has buy one of these backpacks and half of the money goes towards buying laptops for schools in underserved communities. And now people aren't, they're buying it for the functionality, but they're really buying it for the cause as well. And so now you have a brand that represents something. I mean, it's how many interviews did you do so far? Problem interviews and solution interviews?
I think we did around 30 to 40 problem reviews. Probably, I think 30 solution reviews. We also sent out surveys to a lot of different people.
That was the email,
Yeah.
47 emails.
Yes.
So what did the solution interviews tell you when you proposed the concept of a power case?
Well, basically we told them how it was a lot like a Mophie, but for your computer, and they
Yeah.
really liked the idea. Some of them said like they would pay the price, like $125 for it when we asked them.
1
Just-
minute.
Okay. Well, one of the things, if it truly is just power, you might just think about the bottom unit only. So you remove the whole top unit, that top there's no purpose to it. And Apple's built a hard enough top to protect things, and maybe it's just the bottom unit. I'm a data point of 1, so if you were to give me a survey and ask me if I want to put a case to power my cord or have a backpack or a briefcase, I would pick the backpack or briefcase. But I'm only one data point, and this class is about validating your customer segments. You might spend a little bit of time on that one. So
They want 450?
Last point here.
you can have the 450, but if there's anything that we said here that might cause you to change your MVP, like in the concepts that you feel free to do that. I mean, this is, you might show a laptop and you might show a briefcase right next to it. Who knows?
We'd love to hear you stand up in May and say that you figured out a great solution and sold a bunch of them.
450?
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, guys.
All right, thank you.